sandwich, but I'm out of bread.
There's some in the fridge.
Shouldn't keep your bread in the refrigerator. Staleness is caused by crystallization of the starch molecules, which occurs faster at cool temperatures.
On Earth, we say thank you.
Just like Sheldon said in The Big Bang Theory, bread does stale faster inside the fridge. It will stale up to 6 times faster than it would on the counter. Bread is made up of 2 ingredients, gluten and starch. In this network of molecules, carbon dioxide that is produced by the fermentation of yeast inside the dough. Starch molecules are made up of 2 base components. Both are long-chain sugar molecules. Glucose is classified as a monosaccharide. I'm saying that right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You gonna stop it? Yeah. Meaning 1 glucose unit. If you link the 2 units together, it becomes a polysaccharide. The 2 units are amylose and amylose pectin. When heated up in the presence of moisture or water molecules, for instance, placing the bread dough in the oven to cook it, the starch molecules weaken and allow water molecules to enter, to get in between the chains of the sugar molecules and join with them. This swells the starch granule and begins to soften the bread. Once the bread starts to cool, the moment you take it out of the oven, the process begins to reverse itself and starch molecules begin to dry out or crystallize and harden again. A process known as
Go.
When heated up in the presence of moisture or water molecules, for instance, placing the bread dough in the oven, the starch molecules weaken and allow water molecules to enter or get in the chains of the sugar molecules to join with them. This swells the starch granule and begins to soften the bread. Once cooling begins, the moment you take it out of the oven, the process begins to reverse itself and starch molecules begin to dry out or crystallize and harden again, a process known as retrogradation. The cause of the staleness will be explained by my group member, Victoria.
Fridge is what speeds up the crystallization process. Crystallization, meaning that the structure will become rigid and loses pliability. When the starch becomes rigid is when it becomes stale, it loses its moisture. So there's 2 main methods by which the starch will crystallize. One, the starch dries out. If you've had a loaf of bread for a week, you'll notice it's not as soft as it used to be. It's because the moisture escaped the bread, and now the starch is dried out and crystallized. So if you store the bread in the refrigerator, you cause it to crystallize quickly, 6 times as fast. This does not happen from dehydration, but from the cold itself. It causes the starch to gelatinize quickly. So, there you have it. Sheldon was right again.
It's not retrogradation. Yeah.
Well, it's good that you're practicing.
Retrogradation, and then that is amylopectin. Just be confident. Be confident. You know what you're talking about.
Did you really make a bed?
You do. You've read this how many times? Like 5? Probably like 5.